Join us as we spend 5 nights camping on Martha's Vineyard.
If you've never heard of Martha's Vineyard before, it's an island off of the state of Massachusetts. We stayed at Martha's Vineyard Family Campground, the only campground on the island, for our whole trip. On the island, we explored different beaches, rode our bikes, went out for some great food, paddleboarded, and overall just had a nice, relaxing trip. We had a lot of fun, and follow along as we show you the first 2 days of our adventure. We're waiting in line to check in for the car ferry now, and just to be safe, I measured before we came, and we're 8 foot 1 inches tall, 19 foot 6 inches long with the bike rack, and that's with the paddle boards on top, and then we're 7 foot 3 inches wide from mirror to mirror. I actually got our bike rack out over the winter to measure things because we had to book our spot on the car ferry months in advance.
What time you got?
10:45.
Head right up to row 2.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
We've got a little less than an hour to go at this point. You can see we're the third one in line, and a lot of more people are starting to show up now. I think this is the ship we're going to be getting on, pulling up right now. Here you go. We just parked and we are loaded. There's a car over there. We're here, and then you can see there's a couple more lanes over this way. So we think in total it's 6 lanes wide, and you can see there's a car above over there, and I think there's one above us. I think that with these big box trucks in here that we could actually bring our truck camper on here because it is pretty tall in the center. There's out the front of the ship. I decided I was gonna go walk around, and Kate is staying in the car with Coco. Going to the upper level now, and I think we're gonna have a good viewing area up here. But as you can see, it's already a really nice day out. Oh yeah, there are really nice places to sit up here. There's a big seating area behind me with a lot of people, and there's actually a little food court up here, and you can actually sit outside if you want to. Well, that was cool. So there's 2 more levels up above, and the outside seating area is pretty nice. And I'm back. Coco, how are you liking it? You can definitely tell that we're moving. It's supposed to be about a 30-minute ride, and we'll check in once we're getting off. We just got off the ferry, and it was really busy in that little area. And now for our first activity, we are headed to the Edgartown Lighthouse. Coco's drinking water out of a buffalo chicken dip container that's empty, and she really seems to like it. All these houses are super pretty, and I'm sure you have a good ocean view if you're up on the top balconies. This is a neat little path, and I can see the lighthouse from here. You can see we're basically here, and it's really windy, but it's really pretty. Coco keeps trying to eat like crab shells, and we have to take them out of her mouth. The lighthouse is really pretty. We're headed back to the car now, and I'm not sure what we're going to do next. It's right about 12:30, and we can't check into our campground until 3 p.m. We're just taking a walk around the little streets at Edgartown. And we're back, and it looks like that van is gone that was parked behind us. We definitely brought a lot of stuff on this trip. All right, Coco, it's on to the next activity. There's a little inlet over here, and then we've got a public beach on our right, and it's super pretty. Apparently you're not really supposed to jump off, but a lot of people do. The bridge isn't as high up as I thought, and the water here is very like greenish. It's very pretty. And I think the next thing we're gonna do, you can see the car is parked back down that way. We're gonna head back to the car and go find a spot to make lunch or have a snack, and then go on another walk again. I'm really glad I bought this swing away, or else this just wouldn't be possible. And I forgot that I should have mounted the paddle boards on the other side, because we can't put this all the way up because the ladder is hitting the lower paddle board. I think this is it right here. At first sight had a boat. There's a couple big trailers. It looks busy, but it's not too crowded. The check-in office is right over here, and Kate just went in, and I'm in the car with Coco. Now, are we all good?
We're gonna be at site P4, which is all the way towards the back of the campground, and she told me it was a little bit more woodsy back there.
Cool, that'll be nice.
Yeah, and apparently it's not super booked up this weekend, and it's because people couldn't get ferry rides, so we really lucked out. Josh and I were in the queue online to book the ferry reservation before we got this campground reservation for hours, so I guess we lucked out with that.
We're just leaving the office now, and they've got nice little cabins over here. Yeah, I've stayed at one like that at a KOA campground before. And so you can see there's a lot of sites that are empty, and it is pretty nice. It's more wooded than I was expecting. All right, Koko, we're here. It's really pretty here, and I actually think I spoke too soon earlier about the sites being far apart. We are really close to our neighbors if we had any, but we don't. You can see the picnic table right here, and then you can see our fire ring and picnic table, and then those are the other sites right there. So if it was full and if this campground was really busy, we would be really close to our neighbors. And at this site, we actually have water and electricity, and I believe it's down here. You can see there's another row of cabins that you can rent. Doesn't look like anyone's there. And I think this is right here. So I can actually plug in our fridge and I don't have to worry about it. We remembered to bring the hammock for this trip. How is it?
It's really nice over here. It's relaxing.
My friend Jesse, his favorite drinks right now are the Down East ciders. So I got one of the peach mango ones to try.
What do you think?
It's really good. You'll definitely like it. I like it a lot. It's like slightly more sweet than what I typically like, but it's really good. Do you want to go see if one of these cabins are open for us to check out?
Oh, sure.
The reason why I think they're open is because when I've stayed at these before, they usually just give you a number to go to, and then they keep the door unlocked, and then you can lock it. Yeah, let's go try this one.
I like how they have Adirondack chairs.
Yeah, they have nice little chairs. You get a window. They also come with a grill.
Oh, yeah.
Is it unlocked?
It is.
Cool.
Oh, there's even a fridge in here.
Oh yeah. Little fridge, a little fan, fire extinguisher, a mirror, and then it looks like you've got a bunk bed, a full bed, and then 2 twin bunk beds. There's no fan in here other than this one, but there's no ceiling fan. I think this is probably their basic cabin, and we didn't look up the rates for it. Here you go. It's about 5:30 now, and I think it's time we start a fire. In a couple minutes, we're going to be starting dinner, and we're going to be having chicken and these lobster ravioli things from Trader Joe's. We got crumbled blue cheese from Trader Joe's as well, and I think this is my favorite kind of cheese to put on salads.
This all looks really good, thank you.
Yeah, it does look good. This is all the wood we have left for now, but Kate biked down and went to the office and found someone, and they said they would deliver us 5 bundles of firewood in the next 30 minutes for $40. I think that's the guy coming up with the wood. And as you can see, we've got 5 bundles now, and I'm just going to be cutting this one up. Those are our 5 bundles of woods, and we haven't used it yet. This is the last of the Stewart's wood, or almost all of it. And I think after this burns out, we are going to go to this place called Backdoor Donuts in Oak Bluffs, I believe, because Kate has a secret liking for donuts. We're packing up now, and we're just going to be heading to that donut place quick that I promised I would take Kate to. And I think it's right about 8 p.m. You ready, Koko? We just got here, and we're leaving Koko in the car. And it looks like this is it over here. There was a line. Oh, there still kind of is. Well, that was quick, and we decided to walk down this street a little bit because I think this is an old Land Cruiser, but I'm not sure.
It looks nice.
Yeah, it is. This is a cool little street, and I was looking up craft beer places earlier, and this place is one of the ones I found, and it's called the Offshore Ale Co. And we're gonna go look at the beer list because maybe we'll come here on another day. It looks good, and it still looks busy, and we think we might go there tomorrow with Koko because they have an outside seating area.
This must be the storefront, so we got the donuts from the other side of the building, which is
Yeah,
cool.
this is the storefront that's open during the day.
This one's yours.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, this one's mine. This is the party donut, or I think it's called that. Now let's see yours.
This is the honey dipped one. It
That
is
looks
still
good.
warm.
Yeah, it looks good. It's actually kind of busy down here, and I just decided that I want to sign up to be an Uber driver, and Koko can ride with the people in the back seat. We're just driving back to the campground now, and that was actually downtown Oak Bluffs, and that's going to be it for day 1. We're just going to go back and shower and then head to bed, and we'll see you on day 2. What do you want to do today, Coco? I'm going to check the ice in that cooler. I bet it's already all gone. We got that cooler in September from the Sierra Trading Post in New Hampshire. Titan Deep Freeze is the brand. Oh, it's not all gone. And all the drinks were pretty warm when we put the ice in there. So I'm sure by mid-afternoon, all the ice will be gone though. Okay, Coco, you ready?
We're ready. Which way do you want to go first?
I like that color. That one looks like it's from Canada. So it's cool how the top comes up. I bet a couple other people are going to come later today because there's really not a lot of people here at all. And I think it's funny how they put all those vans together, but maybe they actually know each other. There really are a lot of campsites here. Right now we're on the L Loop. Now that we're towards the front of the campground, I think these are like if you're staying for the season sites. I don't know what this one is, but it looks like it's been here for a while. They've got like a whole little room off of theirs. We just walked down to the main road and they have a couple nice signs up at the front. And as you can see, the bike path is right here. We're gonna go explore the campground a little bit more and try to walk around every loop. And we'll check in when we're back at the campsite. We just got back to our campsite and it's about 12:30 now and we're having sandwiches for lunch. But this is a very nice campground. Down in the front, they have a nice office and they have showers and laundry there. And they have a separate shower and dishwash station building. And they have like a field and a playground to just hang out and play in. You can also rent bikes down near the office. There is not a pool here, but there are a lot of walking trails like around the perimeter of the campground. And in total, with walking all the loops, we did 1.5 miles.
So this game's called James Bond.
Okay. We just played a card game for a little bit and we decided that we're now gonna go on a bike ride. And we're gonna bring Coco using this bike trailer, and I actually talked about that and showed that the other day. You're probably wondering why we have one little wheel, and it is because we actually bought a bike trailer off Facebook Marketplace for Coco, and it's like a Burley brand one, and I'll show it to you in a minute. Here it is folded up.
Coco thinks we're gonna take her for a ride. Look, Josh.
It's funny.
She just walked over to it.
This is it, and now you have an intact bike trailer for a dog. We just got our bikes ready and the trailer hooked up, and now we've got to load Coco, but someone's got to be holding the bike while the dog gets in it, or else the bike falls over.
There we go. Come on.
Come on, Coco. Coco, are you excited to go on a bike ride on Martha's Vineyard? Kate's actually getting some treats, and I'm just keeping this going and keeping moving so Coco doesn't try to get out. Now we're on our way, and we're actually going to try to bike to that Bad Martha's Brewery. And I think it's going to be about 6 miles away. So we'll see how this goes. This is actually going to be Coco's first ride in the bike trailer. We've tested it out in the neighborhood a couple times before, but this is her first official ride to somewhere. So far it's going pretty well. I think this is mostly downhill, but it's been pretty good. How's it going, Coco? So far, so good. This is a really nice bike path. It's really not too bumpy, and we've passed a few bikers, but there's not a lot of traffic. So far, we've gone 3.5 miles, and I think I'll just check in once we're at the brewery. Okay, I think this is it. It's definitely busier down in this area, and we made it, and here's the sign. Apparently it's also like a nursery. Apparently Coco got quite thirsty from riding in the bike trailer.
I guess so.
Here's my beer. I got the 508 IPA, and I don't know if I'm gonna like it because it doesn't look like a hazy one, but what did you get?
I got the Little Mermaid, which is a hard seltzer that's kind of like a Dirty Shirley, I guess.
That's cool, it sounds good.
Yeah, it is good.
Cheers.
Cheers.
We just moved out to the front area because that group that was next to us got a pizza, and Coco kept going over and wanting to get some, so we just decided to come out here. All right, Coco, time to bike back now. She definitely got in more willingly than last time, and I think we're actually gonna bike towards downtown Edgartown. I don't know how much there is to see, but we think there's a main street there with a couple different restaurants. We just passed another grocery store, a Dairy Queen, and like a Chinese restaurant. And I think Edgartown is only another mile down this way. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, it's pretty nice here.
Yeah, it is. All the houses Lighthouses around here are really pretty.
Yeah, they are really pretty. We just stopped to let some traffic go by, and this is a really cool Range Rover Classic. So I think this is Main Street, and as you can see, it's very narrow, and there's a car right behind me. We found a little parking lot behind Main Street. There's the diner. We just locked the bikes around this little tree, and now it's off to walk around. Go on. It's definitely busy here. You just saw the diner, and then the town hall, and then there's other restaurants here on the street, and a couple more shops down this way. It's pretty nice here.
Yeah,
There's a surf shop, it looks like.
that's cute.
There's also another street with shops up this way, and we're gonna try to walk down here to see if we can get a water view. If we had our truck camper, we could try stealth camping in this parking lot. It looks like there's a restaurant over there right there. It's pretty nice here.
There was a dog water bowl up there, so Koko got a little drink.
That's nice. We decided to walk next to this historic house that we're allowed to go down. There's a couple gardens over this way. And I saw a big tent up in the back over here, so they must do events here. This is super nice here. I'm sure they have like small weddings or other stuff here. We're just gonna walk around Edgartown a little bit more and then bike back, and that should take us about 45 minutes from here, and we'll check in when we're back at the campsite. We're back at the campground now, as you can see, and we're about to start a fire and make dinner. And it's right about 6:30, and in total we did 15.2 miles, and we're kind of surprised that the campground really isn't busy still. Tonight for dinner, we're going to be having little salads, which we've already prepared, and we're also going to be having a Trader Joe's frozen thing, the mushroom risotto, as well as their steak tips, which are really good, and they are the balsamic rosemary flavor. I feel like steak and risotto is always a great combination, and tonight we're also doing this blue cheese and onion mixture to put on the steak. Even though we put down a blanket for Koko, you can see she kind of missed it by a little bit. Everything is done and it looks really good. I'm just making sure to cut some wood up before quiet hours start. And the wood that we bought yesterday seems to be burning a lot better than the wood that we brought. It's right after 8:30 now, and we've just been hanging out by the fire for a bit. It's me and Koko here now. I don't think you can really see her, but Kate just went to shower, and then once she gets back, I'm gonna go do that too. It's like 8:45, and Koko is crying to get into the car. There you go, Koko. She really does just like hanging out in here. It's almost 9 o'clock now, and Kate's still not back yet, but once she gets back, I'm gonna go shower, and then we're gonna try to be in bed by 9:30. And that was it for day 2, and I'll see you at day 3.